Good evening and welcome, Pretend Sports Nation, to Pretend Football Now. I am Sike Manders, and with me is Maul Paderos. Maul, wow, what a this week was an up and down. This week was a tough one.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is where, the teams that are really, truly contenders separate themselves.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are now at the quarter post for the season. Some of these teams really need to make some dramatic changes as we head into the dreaded bye weeks of Pretend Football. These next week starts with the byes, but every team should be at moderately full strength.
That is true. That is true. But those bad days are coming, and especially with with those bye weeks. And if you're not paying attention, you are definitely going to get stuck. So make sure to watch those rosters. That is a free intro tip from Sike Manders. In fact,
I mean, I don't know if you're not taking notes of all of the sage wisdom of Sike Manders, you are truly at a loss.
Thank you. Well, let's get on with the show. Welcome to the medical bay once again, boys and girls, and let's get right into the gruesome autopsy of a once rampant beast at the hands of a similarly surging squad, the Roswell 51ers. Melon Shaker's Pretend Football Stadium and Gentlemen's Club was the scene of the carnage as the Beast, riding a 3-game winning streak, sent out his wild bunch to meet the alien menace. The heartbreak was led by Jaden the General Daniels, outstripping his projected 22 points with a rip-roaring 26 points. Name-stock favorite Rashid Shaheed proved Gage Laser wrong again, Gage. Wrong again, with 20.9 points, well over his projected 14. James Not John Connor beat his projection with 17.8 points, and Deontay Big Pounce Johnson would not be held back on the Gage Laser hate train, scoring 17 points over a projected 11. David the Wild Marmot Montgomery earned himself 16 points to bring back to his underground burrow. And then disaster struck. Underproduction. Pretend points rolled out of Cincinnati like they were like in the Rust Belt days. James, the sous chef cook, set his dishes to mild, missing 5 points off his projections. And the tale continued. The Beast could only watch from the sidelines as his team went from rage to rat in a cage. The Roswell 51ers must have been drinking their alien electrolytes because their numbers quickly shot up to low Earth orbit. Oily Derrick Henry found a gusher of 36 Pretend points, way over his projected 13. Jonathan, the Trans-Neptunian Object Taylor, found 18 points over his projected 14. And far-out Fred Warner beamed 15 points onto the board. Even with a disappointing 17 out of a projected 25, the Plutonian Patrick Mahomes managed double digits. In fact, the Glorpers' entire active roster, save for one, and I see you, TJ Watt. I see you. You can't hide from Sike. Scored double-digit points. Even Evan Galaxy Leg McPherson put up, that's right, kicker point! Kicker points, baby, we got him! 12 kicker points, hell yeah! As the Beast just simmered down, the Glorpers became a nova of Pretend Football performance. Well, the bench held no answers to the Beast, who promptly just scooped up a nearby cheerleader, climbed to the top of the stadium, and began hurling barrels down upon the panicked audience until he was dislodged by a pudgy Italian plumber wielding a large mallet. The final score, 137.4 to 120.85. Roswell 51ers managed to hit warp speed on their offense to leave the crummy, rusty stands of Cincinnati behind.
Now, on paper, Gage Laser predicted tonight's matchup looked to be a practical deadlock. Around the studio, it's well known that Gage is typically off his rocker these days, but there was some promise as the 3-0 Keys welcomed in the 2-1 drop and loads into the Hillman Wacky Lock Memorial Coliseum and Funhouse. The Keys jumped out quickly. Hillbilly Jordan Mason continued his scorching start for the year, scoring 23 points, and the Cajun King Alvin Kamara kept on dominating as well, adding 21.4 additional. Another saintly figure, Chris Olave, was also pretty busy, adding 12, just a shade below his projection. However, the heel turn of Patrick Mahomes simply annihilating the knee of Rashee Rice, afterwards seen him walking out of the arena, scoffing at his former cohort's demise. Dr. Fung's stethoscope exploded off of his neck, causing minor injuries to all those in proximity. It was something no one saw coming. Ultimately, it caused the Keys to fall well off of their potential. Now that opened the door, a big door for a giant loads to capitalize upon. They were led by Miss Jackson, with 25.2 points. Rookie standout Brian the Muffin Man Thomas Jr. added 18.9. Things seemed nearly certain until another massive turn of events, like lost swimmers trying to find their way in a twisted fallopian tube. No other Loads player even came close to the objective. Still, it all came down to just one man, as it often does. Tight end Mark Andrews, a perennial all-star. A man of many receptions, many touchdowns. A tight end like no other. You're not buying it, are you? Yeah. There'll be no selling the drama, as Andrews could not even muster point. Another leaking hole in the lineup, which crushed Coach Lewis's chances. All in. Keys to victory stay undefeated, 95.45 to drop in Loads, 86.10. Now, it's a testament to excellence when you can play C-level pretend football and still come away with a win. The Loads' hot start seems to be cooling, while the Keys continue to roll, despite no one knowing who they, really are.
That was a heck of a week. I am very rarely at a loss for words, but this is one of them weeks.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you at all. I feel like this was the kind of pretend football week that truly sets the standard for what good and what absolutely putrid looks like.
Yes, you're telling me we had losers tumbling into the loser pit. We had Titans being pulled down to the dirt.
Yeah, and we had
rivals.
That's true, and we had a few more continuing to sail high and making things happen. And listen, this is what pretend football is all about.
That's true.
Friends become enemies. Former enemies become friends. You never know where your next trade partner is going to be. You might even find him right down there below in the comments section.
That's right. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button if you dare. I don't think you will. Do you have it in you?
I don't know if you have it in you.
I don't think he does.
I don't think they do.
I don't think he does. You watching right now, I don't think you do. Prove me wrong. Prove Sike Manders wrong. Hit that bell. Well, do you have a word of the week for us?
I do. And this is one of my favorite words to describe what happens as the pretend football season goes along. It is villainy.
Oh.
That's right. There are teams that are out there that have continued to win, and sure. they jealousy is a mighty strong emotion, and I can feel it building in the bottom feeders, in those middle tiers. I can feel their hatred. Gives me focus, makes me stronger.
Of course, and I would do nothing to stand in your way. Well, I also have a prop of the week here. I've got a candle. Pretty soon, your favorite players are going to be injured. Pretty soon, those score-producing players are going to falter because they are but mortal men. While they're active, I have a candle for them. Perhaps it'll save them in the weeks to come. Well,
we are heading into spooky season.
That is absolutely true. Well, from that spookiest of seasons, this has been PSBN Broadcasting's flagship program, Pretend Football Now.
I've been around the bend, a porch light.
heaven, if you've harmed that girl, I'll kill you all. I'll rend you limb from limb.
A little bit of
What's a little
recording.
doing the villainy.
Just doing the villainy. No big deal.
It's just
Everybody go home. You don't want to be on the streets when you see me coming at you. That's for sure.
That's the way
I'll
it is.
get you this chair.
If we pull that over for you, listen to this song once, twice, 3 times a week.
Jesus Christ. Oh, David, I hope you watch PSPN, David. That would blow my mind. That would legitimately blow my mind.
If it makes it into the B-roll, I'll let it go.
Yes.
Like, you need to watch.
Yeah.
You have to watch.
It's true.
This episode.
Only this one. Just watch this one. Oh, boy. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect.
No, you're looking good. Michael, good. Looking good. Smelling good.
Smelling good. That's not true. I'm lying to you. Okay.